How's it going? Night door here, Bob. About to. I've discovered recently that. Well, I knew. I'd read this. Uh, Let me back up a little bit. I'm stumbling over myself. I've been pipe smoking since last Christmas. Not Christmas 3 months ago, but 15 months ago. But before I tried pipe smoking way back when I was like 19, 20, 21, and didn't enjoy it. I gave it up. And then I decided to get back into it, you know, before last Christmas. And I decided, well, before I get back into pipe smoking, I'm going to do it right. And so I looked up online pipe smoking forums and stumbled across several different forums, read as much as I could, and answered. I asked a bunch of questions, and I spent like 3 or 4 months reading various pipe forums. The main one being tampandpuff.com. Uh, Before I ever even walked into my local brick and mortar to buy a pipe and some tobacco. And one of the things I read up on was aging, and I had read several times over and over again that aromatics just don't age well. They don't get anything whatsoever out of aging. Um, and as a matter of fact, you can lose the flavor from the aromatic by trying to age it. Well, as time went on and I started smoking, and I tried quite a large variety of tobaccos, and my thought process was, well, I'm not going to like everything I try. If I don't like it, I'll age it, and it'll turn sweet over time, and then maybe I'll like it later. So I, got in the habit of, if I tried something and I didn't like it, put it into canning jar and put the date on it, labeled what it was, right on the top of the jar, and stuck it in a closet. And by the way, for those of you that are interested, you can buy like 12 of these at your grocery store, between $7 and $9, or $7 and $10. And from what I've been reading, there's a very good article on aging tobacco on Pipes Magazine online. And the high and the low of it is, you don't need to heat the jars, or put wax around them to seal them. Just fill it up as much as you want to fill up. I usually put in between 2 and 4 ounces per jar, and then seal it up as tight as you can get it by hand. Write the date on there and the name of the tobacco, and that's all you need to do. You don't need to, put the jar in hot water, and then seal it, or put wax around it. And just tighten it up as tight as it go. Stick it in your closet or anywhere that's away from sunlight, away from heat. You don't want it to be near a heat register. You don't want it to be in sunlight. So my hallway closet works perfect for that. Nowhere near the heat registers, and it's completely out of the sunlight. And then you're good to go. So high and the low of it is, even though I read that aromatics can actually lose flavor by aging, I didn't want to quite believe that. So when I tried some aromatics I didn't like, I stuck them in the in a jar, stuck them in the closet, and said I'd come back to them later. And I've recently opened up several jars of various flavors, and I'm not joking. The God's honest truth is there's less flavor to them now than when I put them in there. They lost, the aromatics lost their flavoring over time. High and low of it is, if you're going to be aging your tobaccos, just concentrate on your Englishes and your Balkans and your Virginias, but not your aromatics. Don't even bother wasting the time with aromatics. Just smoke it, and if it's an aromatic that you don't enjoy, give it to somebody else. Don't waste your time trying to age it. You're just throwing your money away. And to that, towards that reasoning, that idea, I had several unopened tins in my closet from near a year ago, and that I got at the Chicago Pipe Show last year, and and I hadn't gotten to them yet, primarily because I keep getting, and I love getting gifts of tobacco in the mail. And get me wrong, I love gifts of tobacco in the mail, and if you want to send me tobacco, I'm all for it. I love it, okay? And I kept saying, well, I'm not going to open up any of the tobacco I got in my closet till I smoke what I've got in baggies, sitting around the house. And then after opening up a couple of jars and finding out that, hey, those people from the Tamp and Puff forum and the other forums and Pipe Magazine Online, they were right. You pretty much ruin your aromatic tobacco by trying to age it. You get nothing out of it, and so the aromatics lose its flavor. And I'm thinking, oh my God, I've got like 10 or 12 tins of unopened aromatics. So I better open them up quick and stop putting it off, or they're going to be no good. So the first one I did open up was Best of Show. It's from McClelland's, and I thought, okay, I'm prepared for it just to be wasted, for it to be completely no good. But I opened it up. Still smells really good. Now I haven't tried it yet, so I plan on giving it a try. And don't worry, I'll edit this out so you're not going to be bored to death watching me load a pipe and smoke it for 15-20 minutes before I give you a review on it. So don't worry, it'll be edited out. Well, bad news, smoked up the entire bowl. And when I got this, I asked McClelland's what was the absolute sweetest tasting tobacco they had, and they said Best of Show. And I guess I should open it up, smoked it right away, because smoking it now, there was like nothing there. Nothing. It was like tobacco with no flavoring whatsoever. So, last couple days have been a very, very expensive learning experience. Do not buy a bunch of aromatic and think you're going to store it up in jars and preserve it and you'll save money buying it like that. No. Buy it 2 ounces at a time, smoke it up right away. Don't even bother trying to save it. If you don't like it, send it off to a friend. It still smells nice, but there's no flavor. None. It's just no flavor at all to it. Just tobacco with no taste whatsoever. Doesn't even have a nicotine hit, so it's like, why bother? um, and I don't even smoke for nicotine hits. I just smoke for flavoring. So this, like, except for one bowl that I just now smoked, this entire tin of tobacco will get thrown away because I wouldn't even send this tin off to somebody else to smoke because there's no flavoring to it. It's gone. There's nothing there. So don't make the mistake I made. Don't sit your aromatics set them aside and try to age them. You're just going to waste your money. Okay? Take care.